Welcome back to another video. We're going to take a look at a professional vocal chain. This is the tune Swing by Ellie Dixon. It's one of the example tracks that comes with Logic, and I thought it'd be a fun exercise to take a look at what's happening on the lead vocal chain, which is right over here. And we'll go through it, and I'll talk about my thoughts on a professionally mixed pop vocal chain. So let's jump right in. I'm going to solo up the vocal, which is right up here.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night, thought I left the oven on, cause you're such a gaslight.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about this. First, it's been comped, meaning that this vocal was not performed front to back straight through in one take. There's a couple little edits that I can hear. There's nothing wrong with that. Just depends on the vocal. So I just thought I'd mention that this has clearly been comped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this overdrive plugin here, just so we can go through and talk about every one of them. I'm going to turn off all the plugins that are on here.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle.
So let's go through this. So we have the EQ here, and I'm going to turn on the analyzer, and let's just look at the vocal visually. I'm going to turn the volume down, and we can see the vocal is living primarily in this 200 to 300 range with some S's happening in the 8K range, and this is sort of the top end of the vocal. The EQ has cut out everything below 80, even though the vocal, I mean, really, it probably could be brought all the way over to 200, but this just adds a little bit of body in some of maybe the plosives, some of the P's and T's. So it's not always necessary to cut out everything. Some of these curves that we're seeing down here happen are actually helpful. Before I get into the compressor, let's take a listen with and without the EQ.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate.
And now with the EQ.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate.
It's very subtle. A little bit of 400 has been taken out. This is a good frequency to take out. A lot of times this is a frequency that's not super pleasant. And then also a little bit at 3780 has been pulled out, but that's kind of it. So here's the compressor, and let's take a look at what it's doing. I'm going to, again, turn the volume down, and let's just look at the plugin. So between 5 and 10 dB of gain reduction is occurring. Let's listen. So here it is before the compressor.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night, thought I left the oven on, cause you're such a...
Cool, and now here it is with the compressor.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night, thought I left the oven on, cause you're such a gaslight. Always looking down cause you think you're a winner, you're so full of it, how'd you even eat your dinner,
So this is a lot of gain reduction, but it also is only subtly affecting the sound. What we're hearing is just the slightly quieter parts of the vocal coming out more. Then we have this console EQ, which is pushing a lot of top end here. So it's got this high gain set to 6.5, so it's pushing a lot of top end. Also, it's pushing a little bit of low end here, but the mid is only 0.5 up. So primarily what this plugin is doing is top end. So let's listen before.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate.
And after.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games.
There we go. So if we remember that first EQ, which was cutting out everything below 80, this one is cutting out everything below 160, and it's pushing a ton of top end. For example, if I put this at 0, let's listen to that.
Barely started my
Turn
day,
this up.
didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night.
So that is just another EQ that's just pushing some top end. Then we have a DeEsser to get rid of some of the S's. I've done a whole video on DeEssers. Here it is without it. Listen to the S's.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate.
And now with it, listen to the S's.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night.
Okay, so it's pulling down the level of the whole track when the S hits. Next, it's being fed into a multipressor, which I've also done a whole video on. Let's take a listen before.
Middle of the night, thought I left the oven on, cause you're such a gaslight. Always started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night, thought...
And then with.
Night, thought I left the oven on. Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night.
So far, everything we've seen has been actually very standard. This is compressing a lot of low end, which is kind of interesting. But in general, we're just getting a little bit of compression across each one of these frequency bands. If you watch my video on Multipressor, I talk about how to do that. This is a pretty kind of intimidating plugin to look at because of all these numbers, but it's actually very simple to use. It's just 4 different compressors. So if you understand a compressor, which I also have videos on, then you understand Multipressor. You just have to practice using it. Next is a compressor for the whole thing. So everything that we've done so far is being fed into this compressor. Let's take a listen before.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night. Thought I left the oven on, cause you're such a gaslight.
And after, with the compression.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night. Thought I left the oven on, cause you're such a gaslight.
So notice whenever there's an S or a louder sound, this needle comes up, and that takes a few dB off of that. And then when the needle is at 0 or close to 0, that means that more level is coming through because we have 9 dB of makeup gain. So 9 dB is being added to the whole thing, and then a few dB is being subtracted from the louder things. So basically this plugin, you can think of it like it's turning the whole thing up 9 dB, but the louder things, it's only turning it up 6 dB, 7 dB, 5 dB, depending on how much reduction is happening. Here's the whole vocal, once again, with all these plugins on it.
Barely started my day, didn't even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games.
Cool. So now we have the send, which is going to the delay designer. I'm just going to go ahead and open up the send, and we'll listen to it.
I might run downstairs, middle of the night.
Oh, so it just sounds like a small room.
Barely started my day, didn't even step.
I'm going to turn it up over here so you can hear way more of it.
Even step up to the plate, and you're already playing mind games. I might run downstairs, middle of the night. Thought I left the oven on, cause you're such.
Yeah, so it just gives you an idea of the delay. Basically a small room. And that is the whole vocal sound. That's the whole thing. But the trick is we have all these other vocals. The chorus vocal is essentially the same thing, but they've enabled the overdrive, and the channel EQ has a lot more cut out of it. We'll listen to that one.
Swing, if you're gonna play these games, I'll join in. You throw a lot of curveballs, yeah, but I'm hidden. See, I'm worth a lot more than you're giving me. Batter up, swing, if you're gonna play these games, I'll join in. You throw.
Yep, so slightly different compression happening, but it's essentially the same thing. Let's go to the console EQ. We still have that 6.5 of high gain. We still have the DeEsser. We still have the Multipressor.
You throw a lot of curveballs, yeah, but I'm hidden.
Pushing a little bit of mid more than the original, I think. But essentially, it's the same thing. It's just EQ'd a little bit differently. Like if I turn this EQ off.
Swing, if you're gonna play these games, I'll join in. You throw a lot of curveballs, yeah.
It's essentially the same as the verse, except for 2 things. One, this overdrive plugin adds a little bit of saturation, and it has a little bit more delay on it. Let me turn the delay off, and let me turn this overdrive off. It'll sound like the verse.
Swing, if you're gonna play these games, I'll join in. You throw a lot of curveballs, yeah, but
Overdrive
I'm
on.
See, I'm worth a lot more than you're giving me. Batter up, swing, if you're gonna play these
Delay
games,
on.
I'll join in. You throw a lot of curveballs, yeah, but I'm hidden. See, I'm worth a lot.
That's it. And now we have this big stack of vocals over here. And let's see how these are mixed. Okay, layered vocal L and R. We'll take a look at these guys.
I can't stand this fake face scam, so I hit it right back. Hit you with the.
Okay, a lot of high end, not any low end. You can see the EQ has done that.
Hit you with the grand slam, you met your downfall, call out the foul ball.
Multipressor has also done that.
Foul ball, I'm in the penthouse, you're on the ground floor.
And this is good because we have a whole bunch of them layered. So we really want that sort of like high mid. And if we listen to all of them together, they're panned pretty heavily.
If you're gonna play these games, I'll join in. You throw a lot of curveballs, yeah, but I'm hidden. See, I'm worth a lot more than you're giving me. Batter up, swing, if you're gonna play these.
Yeah, so we got the exciter in there on the background vocals bus right here, which is also being sent to some other delays. So yeah, I mean, this is a good example of a pro mixed vocal, but it's not complex. As you can see, if we go back to the lead, compression, EQ. I mean, that's really all this is. There's an EQ here, compressor here, an EQ here. The DeEsser is essentially a compressor, but only triggered by specific frequencies. Multipressor is 4 different compressors. This is a compressor. Add a little bit of delay, and you're in. Of course, you need a really nicely performed vocal, and you need to do this stuff thoughtfully. But I thought I'd share this just to demystify a little bit. A lot of times people think there's all kinds of wacky things that producers are doing. It's simple, simple stuff done very well. That's the key. Hope you enjoyed this, and have a great day.